The Jawami' being those books, ikhwan, that collect or refer to as Jawami' because of the varying chapters or the many chapter headings and subject matters that those books discuss, like the Jami' of Imam al-Bukhari, or like the Jami' of Al-Imam At-Tirmidhi. Likewise, he mentions the Jami' of Abdul Razak, and it is other than the Musannaf of Abdul Razak. He has a Musannaf, and likewise he has a Jami'. Similarly, he mentions the Jami' of Imam Al-Thawri and the Jami' of Ibn Uyayna, and other than them from the Jawami'. Secondly, he mentions the Ashab al-Sunan, or the books that are referred to as the Sunan, like Sunan Abi Dawood, like Sunan Nasa'i, Sunan Ibn Majah, Sunan al-Darimi, the Sunan of Imam al-Shafi'i, the Sunan al-Bayhaqi, and the Sunan of Imam al-Daraqutni. Likewise, the Masanid, which are those books, ikhwan, that are ordered, the ahadith are collected in order of Sahaba and not upon the Abwab Fiqhiyah. The books that we're acquainted with, the Kutub al-Sitta and the likes, they are ordered, ikhwan, in Abwab Fiqhiyah, starting usually with that which is related, mathalan, to Iman, and then moving on to Tahara, Salah, and so on. But as far as the books, ikhwan, that are Masanid, then they are ordered in relation to Sahaba. So mathalan, that they start, for example, with the Ashar al-Mubashirin bil Jannah, the 10 that have been given the glad tidings of Jannah, and they collect the ahadith of those Sahaba. So we have mathalan the Musnad of Abu Bakr and the ahadith of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the Musnad of Umar and the ahadith of Umar, in no necessarily particular order or topic, rather that Imam collects the ahadith of that Sahaba in that one, that Sahabi in that place. And then we had, ikhwan, from the best of those books, or from the the books of the Masani that were well known for that ordering, and that is the Musnad of Baqi ibn Makhlad, that Musnad, ikhwan, that was collected in order of Sahabi, and then within each Musnad, he ordered them, each Musnad, in Abwab Fiqhiyah. So he had the Musnad of Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and so on, and within each Musnad, then he ordered those and arranged each Musnad in order and in accordance with the fiqh chapter headings that we're acquainted with. Although, unfortunately, ikhwan, the book is mafqood, the book is lost, and is not any longer in the presence or in the Islamic libraries. But alhamdulillah, ikhwan, the ahadith that are present within the likes of those books, Baqi ibn Makhlad, he was from the Talamid and from the students of Imam Ahmad, and so, ikhwan, the bulk of that which was in his book was present likewise in the Musnad of Imam Ahmad and other books of hadith. Now, similarly, he mentions, and likewise, the Sihah, and that is those books that were collected. The intent of the author was to gather those ahadith and those texts that are sahih, like the Sahih of Imam Muslim, Sahih al-Bukhari, similarly Sahih of Ibn Khuzaymah, the Sahih of Ibn Hibban, and the Sahih of Sahih al-Hakim, our Shaykh he mentions here, and likewise the books that are known as the Musannafat, like the Musannaf of Abdul Razak, the Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba, the Musannaf of Baqi ibn Makhlad, likewise the Musannaf of Abi Sufyan, Waqi ibn Jarrah, and a number of other Musannafat. And ikhwan, the Musannaf are from the most important books that collect the Athar of the Salaf and the Athar of the Sahaba. And from those books, ikhwan, we have those books that can concentrate upon ahadith alone. And then we have books, ikhwan, that gather ahadith and the aqwal of the Sahaba. And why it is important, ikhwan, for us to have those books as Salafiyun, it is imperative and important that we understand the position of the Sahaba as it relates to such and such an issue. And so the books, the Musannafat, are of major importance, because in them we have the ahadith of the Messenger of Allah, but we likewise have a mention of the athar of the Salaf, of the narrations from our Sahaba and the positions that they held concerning those issues. Another book that resembles that is the Sunan of Imam al-Bayhaqi, Sunan al-Kubra of Imam al-Bayhaqi, similarly collecting and having within it much of the statements of the Sahaba, and likewise al-Awsat of Ibn al-Mundhir, and in other books, ikhwan, that have in them the narrations from among, from the Sahaba and the Salaf. Similarly, he mentions the mustakhrajat. The mustakhrajat, ikhwan, are those books of hadith wherein the author, he approaches a popular book of hadith and he decides to collect the same ahadith that were present within that book, except that he intends to bring those ahadith with different asanid to the chains of narration that are present within that book. But those asanid meet at the sheikh of the author of that book. So he has a different isnad to the isnad of the author, but their isnads meet at the sheikh of the author. And that, ikhwan, they are known as the mustakhrajat, and no doubt they give support and establish those books, ikhwan, that they are a mustakhraj upon, supporting and giving extra chains of narration to those ahadith. And there are some popular books of the popular mustakhrajat, like the mustakhraj of Imam al-Ismaili. Likewise, we have, and that's the mustakhraj upon Sahih al-Bukhari. We have the mustakhraj of Imam Muslim, that is the mustakhraj of Abi Awana. Likewise, ikhwan, we have the mustakhraj of Abi Hamid al-Harawi and others, well known and popular mustakhrajat. And then we have the mustakhraj that have been authored upon the minhaj or upon the methodology of both or more than one author, like the mustakhraj of Abu Nu'aym al-Asbahani, which is a mustakhraj of upon both Bukhari and Muslim. Likewise, he mentions the mustadrakat. مستخرج آدية مستدركات. The mustadrakat, ikhwan, again, are of major importance, and the intent behind the mustadrak is that an imam, ikhwan, he may come to an author of a book, a well-known book like Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, and after analyzing the book, he recognizes that there are some ahadith that were upon the condition, for example, of Imam al-Bukhari, that Imam al-Bukhari did not mention in his book. There are some ahadith that are upon the condition of Imam Muslim, that Imam Muslim didn't collect. And so this mustadrak, he decides with his mustadrak to collect those ahadith that were upon the conditions of the author of the book that he intends to do a mustadrak upon, but they did not collect them. From the most popular of them, ikhwan, is the Mustadrak of Al-Imam Hakim. The book of Al-Imam Hakim is a Mustadrak upon Bukhari and Muslim. And that is, that Imam Hakim, he came to Bukhari and Muslim, studied them, analyzed them, and saw that there were a number of ahadith that he considered were upon the conditions of Imam al-Bukhari as far as authenticity is concerned, and upon the conditions of Imam Muslim as far as authenticity is concerned, but Imam al-Bukhari or Muslim didn't collect it. And so he collected those ahadith that he saw were upon the conditions of either Bukhari and Muslim, or both of them, but that they didn't collect. And so the Mustadrak of Imam Hakim, ikhwan, is no doubt from the important books of hadith, even though, ikhwan, that which is the case is that Imam Hakim al-Naysaburi, unfortunately, ikhwan, he didn't fulfill, or he didn't reach the condition, and he erred in a number of the ahadith that he collected, and sometimes mentioning ahadith that didn't actually fulfill the conditions of either Imam al-Bukhari or Imam Muslim, like the hadith al-Mulaffaq, which is that hadith that has in it a narrator that Imam al-Bukhari collected and narrated, but were not collected by Muslim, and there were narrators or narrators that only Imam Muslim collected, but were not collected by Bukhari. So those narrators, ikhwan, were put together in one isnad, or were present in one isnad, and so he mentioned it is upon the condition of Bukhari and Muslim. He will mention that hadith and then say it's upon the condition of Bukhari and Muslim, when in actuality the hadith is not on the condition of any one of the two of them. And is known as the hadith al-mulathaq. Al-muhim, ikhwan, the Shaykh, he goes on to mention a number of books of hadith that the tulab ilm, that the students of knowledge should concern themselves